Hey, 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 got my shot. Ruined it. Hello everyone, this is Animation 4. Welcome back to some more FTB Infinity Evolved. Today is the day. The day you've been waiting for. The day the ME system comes to life. So, this little thing down here has been churning away non-stop. Apparently, if you give it a lot of power, it'll go a lot faster. Which tells me it does consume power. Like I put in a laptron crystal, it would drain from that and speed up a lot. Which means it's waiting for power to come in the first place. Which is weird because it says 0 EU. Maybe that's 0 additional or something, I don't know. Regardless, it finished. And I got a stack of iridium ore from 8 buckets. Yeah, 8 buckets gave me a stack and 3. I already had 1, so a stack and 2 iridium ore. I'm missing 2 advanced alloys. Where are my advanced alloys? Come on, system. I know it's your last day, but come on. Don't be messing up on your last day. What you waiting for? It's waiting for bronze plates. It's probably waiting for bronze. No, it's not waiting for bronze. Okay, where's the bronze? Right here. You see what I have to deal with right now? You see the stuff I have to deal with this system? Here you go. Happy? Yeah, he's so happy. Okay. So, few recipes I gotta go through to make this. Basically, we are looking at the Certus Quartz Wrench. The most expensive, one of the most expensive items I've ever had to make so far. Because it's not actually made out of Certus Quartz. It's made out of enhanced Galgadorium and enriched Cenarium. The Galgadorium I have. It's right here. I've made a bunch of it for the drill. So this is just 2 more. Costly, but not possible. Cenarium alloys is what we're doing now. So this, we need 8 of these, since we need 2 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is a stack of radiant uranium. And here it is right here. So toss that in there. Do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need 16 iridium reinforced plates, which is where all the iridium goes. 4 iridium, 4 advanced alloys, and a diamond becomes an iridium reinforced plate. We need 16 of these. And this is where the stack of iridium went. These 16 go around 2 more cenariums. Make cenarium alloys. These cenarium alloys get combined with 4 of these to make ridiculously expensive enriched cenarium alloy. I want to do this in my own crafting table over here. Yeah, vanilla. 2 of these. 2 of these. Certus Quartz Wrench. This is literally the key to the ME system. This is the key. Without this, you have nothing. So, the reason is you have to power ME systems. And to do that, you need its own power source, which is normally done with vibration chamber, which is disabled, or a energy acceptor, which converts from any other source to its power. That takes the wrench. So this is where the wrench is going. I don't think it gets used. I want to believe it doesn't get used, but it might get used. Okay, I need some quartz glass. Can I request that? No. Okay, a bit of crafting gotta do here. Actually, this is gonna be pretty fast. Just throw it into the pulverizer. And put that there. Request some glass, which I don't think it has to make. Maybe it does. It totally does. While I'm at it, request some iron. Here we go. 4 quartz glass, 4 iron. I don't want to do it in that because if it consumes the wrench, I don't want that to be why. Certus Quartz Wrench. Quartz. Iron. Please don't take my wrench. It does not take my wrench. Beautiful. Energy acceptor. Okay. So if you're new to AE, or you've never heard of it before, quick rundown, so I don't bore the people who know what I'm talking about. You store matter on these disks. That's why it's ME. It's matter energy. You store matter on these disks. Um, basically, you store items on these disks. Put the disks in a disk drive, and from that disk drive, you can access it through terminals. Crafting terminal. Terminal. I like the crafting terminal. It's a good one. And you can do more complicated things, but we'll get into that when we get to it, because I really want to tear out that system down there brutally, because I hate it so much. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make a ME drive, which requires an engineering processor, which requires an inscriber. So, inscriber, I already made one, didn't I? I did not. I made a... What did I make? Did I make a charger? No, I made something. No, it was a thing. I haven't made an inscriber yet. Okay, we're gonna make an inscriber real quick. Shouldn't be too hard. Ethereum gear. One of these. One of these. Let me do some crafting. All right. So the next thing we need are press molds or something. What is it called? Press. Yeah, it's a press. We need these things. There's 4 different ones. And yeah, as you can see by this, you find them in meteorites, which I haven't found any yet. Actually, I did find one. I forget where it was, though. So we're going to make a Meteorite Compass. Takes a charged Schroeder's quartz, which you can find naturally. Or you can make a charger and power it using the energy acceptor. Like so. But that's, of course, assuming you have everything you need to make the energy acceptor. This is going along. It's getting there. We're going to go find some meteorites. And we found one. What? Why is it... I'm just going too fast, I guess. Oh. No, it just turned around for a second. You're lying to me. Oh, wait. It should spin around crazily when we're in a chunk that has a meteorite. But it's like twitching out. Jumping back and forth, jumping in circles. And then it like turned there for a second. Hey, I found one! Sometimes they're all the way underground. Is that the chest right on top? Jeez, it's exposed. Inscriber, logic and silicon. Nice. It's just exposed here on the surface. Okay, let me check the minimap. I remember seeing one somewhere else. So obviously, we're not going to find any incredibly close, seeing as the closest one we found was a couple dozen chunks out, at least. No, I don't remember where that one was. Okay, and the only way to actually stop the compass from reading this is to remove all of the sky stone from the area. No thanks. I'm going to follow the twitching. I'm assuming the twitching is it finding another one or multiple. So I'm just going to go this way. Yeah, see now we're tracking one over here. And I'll just keep going. Still this way. Jeez, like maybe it loses signal, so it just spins slowly. Because I'm going too fast. I can't remember where it is. Okay. Gotta be coming up on one soon. No, it's this way. No, it's it. Oh, we're here. Okay. Let me press F9 twice. This is the chunk that we'll find it in. I did a video on how to do this a while back. So you can see it's in this chunk. It's not in this chunk, though. And it's not in this chunk. So the meteorite is dead in this chunk. So we dig right down the center. And vines. That's my shovel. Shovel. Pickaxe. And we should find a meteorite somewhere down here. Here it is. Did I ever steer you wrong before? My Metaton. That's senior loot. Where's Metaton? This stuff is a pain in the butt to break. So it looks like this is the side. We're going to dig this way. And I broke the chest. Wow, there's a lot in there. And there were 3, 2 of which I already had. Okay, but we did get the inscriber engineering press, which means the only one we're missing is the calculation press, the quartz press. So I'm going to do a few more meteors, see if I could find that. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, we've got 3 of them. And that's all I'll need for meteors. Okay, so you can see this one is in 2 chunks. Right here. So I want to dig right on the border. Right down this line. What do we got? Do we have the calculation press? No. A single engineering press. Mission complete. Alright, it is time to do some crystal growing. So I need this back. This is going to fit perfectly right there. I do not have any redstone conduits on me. I'll grab some. So, we have to use this pit of water to grow some crystals. And those crystals will be used to make things. So, these are powering up one at a time. Yeah, device online. See up on top. Now, something I have to make. The inscriber requires a pure Certus quartz crystal, which is really annoying. Drop a Certus quartz seed made from Certus quartz dust and sand into a puddle of water. Make the process faster, add these things. So we got 4 of them around it. The best you could do, I guess, is 6, although you wouldn't really be able to access the item. So I should have... I don't have any sand. I'll make a sand. 1 Certus quartz dust. I'm going to do a few of these. So, give me 2 of sand. 1 more. Do 4. I think this makes 2 seeds, actually. So able to make 4 of these crystals. They are a pain, so I want to make them in semi-bulk. And then you just, you know, sploosh. And if you did see the tooltip, this item will not despawn naturally. So that's good. Just have to leave it alone. Takes a long time. I did make 2. I did make 2 already. That's right. The first time I tried Emmy, I made 2. So I have them. For some reason I thought I lost them, but apparently I got them. So we should be in a pit. We should be good to make the inscriber. Got everything else. Overclocker, machine frame. Please remember how to make sticky pistons. Let's see if I'm really going to hate the system when it's gone. You're going to miss me when I'm gone. No, I'm not. Did it actually make the pistons? I'm not seeing any purple. Probably I had them stored. There we go. We got an inscriber. Beautiful. It's going to come down here. Does that get the thing? It does. So we now have an inscriber. So with that, we can make the things required for applied energistics. Let's take a look. We need an ME drive. I'm going to make a really simple system to start off with. An ME drive, which is 2 engineering processors. Actually, I need silicon. Where do I get silicon? Pulverized sand. That's fine. Cool beans. Engineering processor. And some glass fluix cables, which I can make pretty easily. So, I'm going to do a bit more crafting here. And hopefully I'll have some stuff to show you in terms of progress on this system. Do those look done to you? Wow. That was really fast. Honestly, you're probably going to yell at me because you're like, oh, that's so wrong. That's only how it used to be. I was expecting hours. So, reduced, I was expecting like half an hour. Okay, I've been doing a bit of crafting with the processors. Made a bunch of each. Let me actually show you my setup real quick. Got a hopper going to the top, hopper into the side. Can't have an upward facing hopper, so use a transfer node on the bottom, and a transfer node to pull it out. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory how that works. hopper here, transfer node here, making charged Shredder's quartz crystals, and you know, just sat at that for a couple minutes. So now we have to make the actual things. So we need an ME drive, which looks like this. So I'm just gonna throw these in here. I do have the fluix cables in there. Just need some iron. There we go. ME drive, beautiful. Now we need a ME terminal, which is down here. I'm actually gonna make 2 of these, because one of them is going to become an ME crafting terminal. I'll have to request a craft table, which should be auto-crafted. The system knows what I need. Cool. So, this needs power. Do I have any more of these cables? I have 4. That's fun. I made a lot of these cables, and then you can make them into like the fancy smart cables, which look really cool. Then you can make them into dense cables, which are more useful than smart cables, but a bit more expensive. So, got this here. Now I need the drives to put them on. So I'm going to go ME space drive. No, ME storage. Yeah. 1K ME storage cell. Looks like this. And it's just the center thing gets more and more expensive, which means the center thing's made out of smaller versions of the other center things. So I need a lot of logic processors and a lot of Certus quartz. Like for me, I have 8 logic processors and a lot of Certus quartz. I need more logic processors, by the way. So I'm going to sort these into the system. Make this a tiny bit easier. Come into here. Request this. Most likely. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. Now, the thing is, you get these little cells in the center. This is where you gotta, like, figure this out. You get these little cells in the center, and you can make a 1K ME storage cell, which holds 1024 bytes and 63 item types, which is basically, it's good for a lot of various items, but not large quantities. Like, you don't want to store a lot of cobblestone in here. You want to store, like, your random pipes, your occasional crafting tables, your randomly mined up sacred rubber sapling. I don't know. But if you do this, you quadruple the bytes, but you don't increase the types. So for 3 times the three times the components, you quadruple the size, but not the types. And you can do the same thing again and again. So at what point does it stop becoming worth it? I'm not sure. I haven't spent the time to figure it out. I think I'm just going to make... well, I have to make these first, don't I? I think I'm going to make like 2 of these ones. And that'll give me 2 of each. Yeah, 2 and 2. And I think that'll work. Decent amount of quantity and number of items. Amount of items and item types. Okay, you're missing 3 iron. There you go. That's 4 drives. Easily fit inside this. Let's head down here. I'm just going to set up a little mock setup right now, because I don't have much cable. So this is a little sample system. So you got the drive here. We're not going to worry about channels yet, because this is a small system. It's only got a few things on it, and only a few of them actually accessing any information. So there's the terminal. There's the craft. There's the crafting terminal. The ability to store things freely. So yeah, there's 1 type in there, and a byte is slightly less than an item, I think. I don't know exactly how bytes work. But yeah, now I can just dump as much stuff as I want onto these cells. It'll all sort up in here. Much larger terminal grid. The crafting terminal, much nicer also, as it doesn't actually have to go fetch the items. Fetching them is instantaneous, which is great. So now I got to do the huge transition of my base from logistics pipes to ME pipes, which is basically going to require a lot of crafting of cables. And it does get a little complicated when you start getting more than one. Because you see I have 3 things on this. I have more stuff, but these just require power. I have 3, let's say, inventory accessing items. If once you get more than 8, you got to get more complicated. 8 is your limit. So I'm definitely going to have more than 8 here, so I'm going to need more than this. And I'll show you how that works when I get there. It's really simple. It's really simple. It's channels, right? It sounds scary, but it's really simple. All right, bit more crafting here. Some stuff to show off. Kind of how this thing's going to work. So interfaces are amazing. You use them for everything. And I am going to use them especially right here. Piston. Give me a sticky piston. Give me a regular piston. We're going to make an ME storage bus. Use a sticky piston, regular piston. Which it probably doesn't remember the regular piston recipe because the system's so bad. Oh no, maybe it does. You got lucky, punk. So, with an interface, a piston, and a piston, you get a storage bus. Yeah. What this storage bus does is it allows you to use a block as an inventory. So this drawer controller right here can act as an inventory, I'm pretty sure, and reference this entire wall of items. So I don't have to shove them into the system. They're fine as is, and this does look pretty cool. Even better, I could put this on the back side so you don't even see it. Now, see it? So, now the fun part. You see all this mess of cables? This huge mess, this mass of failure and stupidity and stuff that doesn't work. It's all coming down with a hammer. A hammer that likes to break things. Oh, that's so satisfying, you have no idea. Oh, yes. ME provides its own method of crafting. And although I am going to still want some stuff crafted, at this point I don't even trust it to have the recipes it still has. So they're all gone. See, there's some bricks in there. What were bricks doing in there? Did it not finish making something out of bricks? And here's some spare other stuff. It is so unreliable. It's for being a computer, it was very forgetful. Yes. So it'll all be torn down and replaced by the bright, shiny future of applied energistics autocrafting, which is more complicated, more expensive, but takes up less room, is a lot faster, and hoping a lot more reliable. So yes, that is my spiel. This has been amazing fun, just tearing this out. I have no idea. See, like, stuff just didn't get crafted. I requested 32 iron and it gave me 24. It's like, why? That might not be the crafting side's fault, it's just the system in general. Great mod, not as great as on a large scale. That's where applied logistics comes in. Okay, yeah, see. Gunpowder, 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 sand, sand. Energetic alloy, bricks, copper cables, random stuff, just chilling. So, now we get to tear out the core. Kind of like when you remove the guts from a pumpkin. If you can think about that. How it's like all stringy inside. This is, of course, assuming you enjoy removing pumpkin guts and you don't find it weird or gross. Like you start out, you first take it out. There's just a mass of just stringy stuff. You just reach your hand in there and pull it out. You get a huge handful. And it's so satisfying. That's what we're going to do here. See, this is the center of the pumpkin. This is a pickaxe. Ha ha ha. Oh, it's so satisfying. Everything's turning red. All this will be... Some of it will actually be used. I will still be using a little bit of applied logistics in here. I guess I should have kept this up so I could access my system. That might have been a mistake. I can fix that, though. Just like that. Then I need the fluids, which are in here. So I'll have to set that back up so I can use that. But for right now... storage chests? I'm good with some... Using some storage chests. I think I have some over here. Can store some random stuff in. No, I need these. Yes. So a lot of the stuff I was using before, like the these cards that would keep these energies supplied with items, is actually a lot easier with ME, because I just put an interface on it and tell it to put the items in there, or an input and input output buses, and they're a lot more configurable. Random cobblestone trash bag. Yeah. So give me a second. I'm gonna tear this out some more, and see what we have once this pumpkin's all gutted. See what kind of jack-o'-lantern we can carve. All right, the pumpkin has been gutted. The center, at least. The outside still has to be redone. Everything's red and sad. That's fine. I'll make it happy soon. So, now I want to set up a nice established ME system. And with an ME system, this is going to be a complicated one, right? It's going to have more than 8, so it's going to get complicated. So what you have to do is you need controllers. When you have more than 8, you need controllers. So I'm going to make some ME controllers. Obviously, the more you have, the more you're going to want. Wrench goes here. Sky stone. Could have done this before I tore out the system, but, you know, I was too eager. And processors, I only have 10. I will make... Where's my wrench? What? Does this make sense to anyone? So I'm really confused. Where's my wrench? You jerk. Okay, I'm gonna look around in this thing. Hope it's in here somewhere. I do not want to lose that. Relog. Relog. Maybe it's still there. It took my wrench. It took like 30-something episodes to get that wrench. There you go. One ME controller. Just one. It might have been intentional. There's a small possibility that recipe's supposed to consume it. That'd be really mean though, because that's 64 iridium per controller, whereas the energy acceptor didn't. Which is why is this stupid thing? It's gonna show up someday, and I'm gonna have made another one, and it's gonna be like, really? But I don't see it. I do not see it on this wall. Well, I can get by with a controller for right now until I make an entire another thing, and I don't think anything else incredibly important needs the wrench. Controller, energy cell, don't care about. Chest, don't care about. Yeah, that's it. Just these two, just the controller and the energy acceptor, which is right there. So as long as I don't lose these two things, I should, in theory, be fine. So let's get into this really, really quick, because I'm running out of time now. So storage bus is going to go on the back side, so it doesn't show. Right there. I made these ME smart cables. These show you the amount of channels you're using, which is really good if you're starting out. So you can see how the channels work. It's going to go... Where do I put the controller? Oh, no. Right here. And then I'll take the energy acceptor, which is back here. This can just go anywhere. Does not use a channel because it's just for power. I'll put it right there. And this thing lights up like a Christmas tree. Okay, so you can see right here there's a single blue line that's a single channel. I'm going to take these terminals. These are going to go up here somewhere. Not quite sure where yet. I'm going to run a cable up, back over this. Move this thing that stole my stuff and things. Move the whole nutrient distillation thing. And right here. Ah, shoot. I got my terminals. Terminal. Terminal. And you see now we have 2 channels here. Because there's 2 things. The reason that that it's 1 and 2. This controller kind of acts like a hub. In that every face of the controller can output, I believe, up to 32 channels. Each wire can only handle 8 though. So without a controller, your wire is only handling 8. So with the controller, this side is right now outputting 3. One's going up there. Another one's actually going through the energy acceptor and up because that's the shortest route. Although technically the same length. So I guess I don't even need this. Save some cables. So right now we're using 3 channels. So if I were to put the drive, take that, drop it, just say right here, for example, and put a smart cable on this wire will only use 1 channel because it's separate. The controller's pointed to these 3 inventory access items and this one. And they're all connected now. So if I store things on those disks, they're accessible through these terminals. As is everything viewed through the storage bus in the back. Which I could have put in the front just right here. But, you know, too late. And I might want to do something fancy with the front. So there you go. That's how basic appliance energistics works. Then you get to complicated stuff with dense cables and P2P. And that gets a little bit more complicated. But for right now, it's up. It's working. And it kind of looks like a small Martian. Spam. Yeah, so that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you're really excited about getting rid of those things as much as I am. You're probably not because you didn't have to suffer through them. It's been bad. But they're gone now. They're gone out of my life. And they're going to be replaced by new technology. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.